Hey guys, this is Eddie from mobilenorth.ca, and I'm going to be doing a very quick review of the Motorola X by, of course, Motorola. This is their latest flagship, and my initial impression of this phone is that it's very stylish, very durable, feels nice in the hand. As you can see, there's a slight curve there, which makes it very ergonomically sound. In terms of the design, we see there's only two external buttons. Every other button for this phone will be software based, which lends to its very clean look. One of the other characteristics that stood out to me right away is that the screen size is slightly smaller than some of the other flagships we've been seeing lately. Motorola opted to go with a slightly smaller screen size, perhaps to compete directly with the iPhone series. Another thing that Motorola decided to do with its screen is, instead of going with 1080p resolution that some of these other manufacturers have decided to do, they've gone with 720p, which, yes, it is a smaller resolution. However, you don't really see the difference unless you are, doing a side-by-side comparison. In terms of hardware, that's been scaled down a bit too. So instead of a quad-core processor, we're seeing a dual-core processor. And again, it sounds like it's a big drop, but look at the interface. It's buttery smooth, feels very light. You don't notice a difference unless you're doing something very demanding. One of the other things that may be a deal breaker is the lack of the ability to have external storage. So you're pretty much stuck with either 16 gigabyte or 32 gigabyte options, which, it is a deal breaker for some people, but for, I'd say, 90% of the population, 16 or the 32 gigabytes is definitely more than enough. In terms of interface, we're looking at Android 4.2.2, so we're getting that Google experience that we've all come to enjoy. One thing that I really like that Motorola has done is they haven't done much. So they haven't interfered too much with the look. They've kept it very true to its roots, and that makes the phone very light and smooth. And I think it was a very smart choice. There's a few customizations here and there, but all in all, it is very close to a stock Android experience. One of the features that I really like is the lock screen that you get with Android 4.2. So instead of doing the standard unlock, which is just, usually a swipe, you could actually, let me bring that up, say swipe to the left, and here I have my Google Now widget, so I could see these things at a moment's notice. I could also swipe to the right, which would bring up the camera. Now, in terms of the camera, I do find that it is a bit lacking. I found that it's a bit inconsistent. I would take a picture and take the exact same picture right after that, and the two would look completely different. I'm not too sure why that was happening. We do have a 10 megapixel camera, so it's definitely capable of creating stunning pictures, and I have captured some very stunning pictures. However, I've just found it wasn't very consistent. In terms of, say, the battery life of the phone, that is something that I was very pleased with, where, well, I played with the Motorola Razr HD, and that had an incredible battery, and this one follows closely behind. I wouldn't say it's as good. However, I did get a lot of hours out of this phone. There was even a point where I didn't charge it for almost 2 days. But generally, they say the battery life should last for about 22 hours. My verdict on this phone is that it's a great phone. It's very stylish. I wouldn't particularly recommend it to a high-end power user who's looking for the latest in technology. However, this phone is more than capable of handling the tasks of the industry standards nowadays. And I would recommend this to anyone who's looking for a compact phone that's packing all the features that we're looking for. If you want an extended review of this phone, be sure to log on to mobilenorth.ca and look out for some of my examples with the pictures that I talked about and a few of the other features of the phone. Thank you.